All right, today we got the blind box edition by Papa Meat. Did I say edition? I'm slipping. The blind box addiction by Papa Meat. I don't know what a blind box is, but I guess we're going to learn today. For the people over on YouTube, twitch.tv/Brando or whatever you want to see the reactions live, like, subscribe, and let's get into it.
Welcome back to the Papa Meat channel. How you doing? Coming in and sitting down because today we're talking about a newfound obsession here in the world. I feel like probably more so in America right now. You guys may remember a while back when we talked about the absurd Stanley Cup craze, where people were toppling over each other like World War Z zombies to pick up the first goddamn cup that's at Target. Remember that? The coffee mugs? Well, this seems to be an everlasting topic of controversy because it seems like every year or so, there's a new product that sends the worst type of people into a frenzy. Whether it's Cabbage Patch Kids, Beanie Babies, Pokemon cards, the cycle is always the same. And today I want to talk about the most recent example, Labubu.
Labubu.
What the fuck is that?
I think of Laboon from One Piece.
I keep wanting to say Lola Bunny.
Relax, Hunter. Relax, Hunter.
Labubus are plush toys with characters inspired by Nordic folklore. Does that sound enticing?
No.
They may look like any other popular cutesy toy, but what if I told you that it's become a global craze? We're gonna delve into where these things came from and also take a look at how it's turned your average collector and consumer into rabid animals. But first, where did it begin? My boy Kang Leung, an illustrator born in Hong Kong and raised in the Netherlands, created Labubu as well as other creatures in 2015 as a part of a children's book series. And 4 years later, he signed a licensing deal with Pop Mart, the biggest collectible toy company in China. They focus on selling designer collectible toys that are massively popular with over 450 stores across 30 countries. And this decision turned out to be a massive success. The Forbes reporting that Wang Ning, the CEO of Pop Mart, made $1.6 billion within the first day.
Damn. How did they hype this up?
How? Where? How did the Chinese do it?
Cheap labor.
I think it's Jade Dragons. I think it's magic. Also, I feel like that could be racist.
No.
I was thinking of the Jackie Chan show where it was like, remember the cartoon show where he would fight with his granddaughter or something like that?
They had the talismans.
Yeah.
Jackie Chan Adventures.
How do we know that's not behind Labubu?
Or did you ever watch Shaolin Showdown?
I saw Shaolin Showdown. All the classics. You know which one I didn't like? Code Lyoko. I'll say it every time.
Because of the women, right?
Well, we don't have to. Labubu became their most popular product instantly with each new Labubu.
Also, that Jackie Chan show was fire. I don't know if y'all remember that. The Jackie Chan animated series was never seen these? Yeah, no, I've never seen this shit either. But the Jackie Chan animated series was gas. That boy was gas, bro. What?
Labubu product flying off the shelves in online stores within a matter of minutes. As they opened up the store in the US, the Pop Mart website and mobile app crashed due to the staggering number of customers. And if these products were already a hit, it was the addition of celebrity endorsements that sent them into the goddamn stratosphere. Because in 2023, a line of Labubu called Exciting Macaron was released, and this time with a key ring so they could be attached to people's bags. So you could accessorize your Labubus with your bag. And soon, Labubu became a could accessorize your Labubu.
That's OD. That's OD. I feel like there's always that one fucking person in all of these crazes. It's always that one person that it's just like, you didn't have to buy that many. You get what I'm saying, bro? Like, I know, I used to be friends with this girl, and her roommate had like 100. Bro, it was a number, bro. She told me the exact number. She had 100 and something Squishmallows, all shapes and sizes. Fuck you need that many Squishmallows for, bro? You don't need that many Squishmallows. Not at all. Like, not at all. Not in the slightest. But, like, that was crazy. That was perfect. But anyway, but yeah, no, bro, you don't need that many Squishmallows. You don't need this many Labubus or whatever what the hell they're called, bro. You don't need these. You don't need these. You're being a hoarder. You're greedy.
Labubus with your bags. And soon, Labubu became a fashion statement rather than just a toy. And celebrities like Rihanna, Dua Lipa, Emma Roberts, and Lisa from the band Blackpink. What the fuck is that?
Blackpink in
They're
your
so
area.
beautiful.
Okay. We're seen showing off their Labubu dolls hanging from their designer bags. Dude, I look so fucking kawaii. You think I bet you they think it's Japanese and not Chinese. That's why they like it. This is so kawaii. Sumimasen. Hiya. And yeah, they don't realize that's Chinese. I feel like if they knew it was Chinese, they'd be like, this isn't kawaii.
Oh, I bet these people are so pissed about the tariffs.
The tariffs on Labubus, what? Men and women alike started to treat their Labubu like a form of hype beast attire, using them to add some extra flair to the personality and to their outfits, right? Only through Labubu can I be cool and hip. Can I look really slender and swag? You ain't see no fat bitches with Labubu. If my fat ass was walking around, my big ass swinging, I had some Labubus on my waistband, that shit would be instantly uncool. No one likes...
Comment right now, would you get a Labubu? I wouldn't have a problem with getting one. Actually, how much it cost? How much it cost? This is gonna tell me right now. This is gonna tell me right now if this is worth my time. It came up. It came up as soon as, bro. It's collectible. All right, how much did it cost? Does that say $11 to $181? $180? What? Nigga, what? Oh, shit taking 8 years to load. While we wait, you could always subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Oh, anyway, we're here. Where's the actual where's the actual thing? This $179. $179.99. So $180 for this. Yeah, nah, bro. Y'all don't need money, bro. What the fuck? $180. The hell?
A big guy, even buff or fat, they want a twink.
It looks better on a twink, I'll say that.
It does look way better on a twink. Labubu accessorizes much better on a slender frame, dude. If you can see your rib cage. Of course, we wouldn't be talking about this if things didn't get out of hand. So let's of course talk about the Labubu business model, because it is enticing. I mean, I'm sure we've shown some videos so far of lines and the craze of people trying to get into the Labubu store, and even the Labubu Pop Mart machines, whatever. Those read the exact same way as like Pokemon scalpers, where it's like someone behind them being like, can you fucking believe it? They're gonna buy the whole stock.
We gotta find a Pop Mart machine.
Where's the Pop Mart at near me, dude? I better fucking find one soon. I need to get my fix. My family? Asking for help meant you were weak. Never discovered. You're not alone. 62% for sponsoring this video, and back to the video. The toy.
Come on, bro. Y'all know the rules by now. I shouldn't even have to say it. You say it. They're not what? Exactly.
Toys are often sold in blind box sets where people have the chance of receiving one of the various designs that the set comes in. And this lottery element is common for many products sold at Pop Mart and can be shockingly addicting for many customers, especially when the sets carry the possibility of revealing a super rare Labubu plush.
Oh no! Shut up!
People are basically saying that, like, because of the blind box aspect, plush.
What's the difference between him and every other one I just saw? Is it a different color? Because I think I seen his cuddly ass just for $180 over there. So this is pay to win.
Oh no! Shut up!
People are basically saying that, like, because of the blind box aspect, there is no difference between like a
Oh, Amir.
Got dropped work.
All right, I'm gonna fuck with you. Amir, ladies and gentlemen, everybody clap it up for Amir. Clap, 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 clap.
8-year-old Chinese guy on a baccarat table versus like a 14-year-old girl trying to buy a Labubu, a secret Labubu from Pop Mart for her bag. They're one and the same. They meet in the middle and shake hands.
This is like loot crates.
It's not necessarily loot crates, because loot crates at least were just like, you like Doctor Who? Well, here's some cool Doctor Who stuff. The blind box aspect is just being like, ooh, I hope I get this one. I really hope I do. And then when you don't, then it incentivizes you to go back and buy more.
I was thinking more like the CSGO.
Oh, yeah. I would say Labubu at least it's something tangible. and not just a camo in a game or whatever. And also apparently this blind box model, which is really popular with like soft vinyl toys and stuff, where it's like, oh cool, I hope I get this one. Kind of a knick-knack thing in America has been transformed into this like conglomerate of just being like, you should buy as many as possible. I think even Mr. Beast is doing his right now. But there are currently over 300 different types of Labubus, making it people's life mission to collect every.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm hating. I know I'm hating too. Has my audio been that low the whole time? It was like down here. Damn. Now I feel stupid. Now I turn my mic back up, so we should be good. We should be back in the business. Damn, my fault, gang.
Every single one. And they've done collaborations with Coca-Cola, One Piece, Uniqlo, and more. Uniqlo, whatever. Pop Mart mimics the same restrictions.
Uniqlo actually got some pretty dope clothes. I went there in Orlando.
Apply methods you see with trading card
Sorry,
days, where
that
waves
wasn't
of
important to
flashy
the
new
story.
products are released only to cut off after a limited time. FOMO, ladies and gentlemen, FOMO! And it's because of this that Labubu has its own fair share of issues regarding scalpers that want to buy products in bulk to resell in the secondhand marketplace for exorbitant prices. If you look at Labubus on eBay, you'd probably want to put a gun in your mouth, dude. It's crazy.
Oh my
Rare
God.
products like Labubu X Vans collaboration sit on eBay for a whopping $3,500.
When did this become popular? Because for them to be having these big collaborations, this should be around for a while, or has been around for a while. What the heck going on?
Labubu Vans collab.
That's not too bad.
That's horrible. Other older Labubu rarities are listed for even more ridiculous prices for people who are just hoping for an unfortunate addict to come in and be like, I can't control myself, fine, I'll buy it, and then just buy it really quick. When the stock for a product like this becomes limited, it's only a matter of time for people to let their base instincts kick in. So let's talk about the Labubu chaos. People were screaming.
No, that's me with the Sydney Sweeney soap right now from Dr. Squatch, the bathwater soap. I just want to like get it, smell the bar, not hit one of these. You feel me? No? All right, my fault.
Scrambling to get their hands on Labubu products to the point where even children were breaking into claw machines to steal them, and others camped out in front of stores, sometimes waiting several hours to make sure that they caught the newest drop.
I thought this said
out.
Michigan.
Some of these people.
I thought this said Michigan, but it said Chicago's Michigan venue. Oh my God, I thought that was happening in my state. I was like, what the fuck are we doing, chat?
Like camping out, but people showing up like, let's just show up an hour before Pop Mart opens, or the mall that Pop Mart is in opens, right? And then the line is wrapped around the building 3 times over. Like it looks like a world-eating snake. People sprinting into the mall in our great year of 2025 is insane.
Those gotta be the NPCs,
I'm sure
bro.
malls are like, yes.
Those gotta be the NPCs,
Julius.
bro.
We haven't seen this many people in here since the 80s.
The crowds are growing so much that police would have to heavily monitor the store openings to make sure fights didn't break out outside of the Chinese toy shop in the mall. Dude, if I was one of the other Chinese toy shops in the mall, like one of those shops that has like the Kingdom Heart blades and shit, I'd be pissed. I'd be like, I've been here this whole time.
Do you think they're gonna start putting in Labubus?
If the shops in the mall that have like Buddha statues and like Berserk blades and Kingdom Heart blades don't start throwing in Labubus, this is their time to shine. This is the time to make some money, dude. All right, please do it. Do it. I mean, in
So
one video,
stupid.
a swarm of cars makes a beeline for the closest mall parking spot by charging straight through it. Most major drops have gone relatively smoothly, but some had to be canceled on the account of the insane customer behavior. Some videos show how chaotic the process is, with ordinary lines breaking up into chaotic sprints and people screaming at line cutters as well as scalpers. And things got worse with Labubu. Big Into Energy series drop, which became a record-breaking product on marketplace reseller websites like StockX, which StockX is just a heinous place too, isn't it? StockX is like pretty, if I remember right, it's basically just like hypebeast shit. It's like a reseller's market for hypebeast stuff. I could be wrong.
I thought it was a porn site.
No.
I was in Century City Mall in
What?
Los Angeles. People charged the store
Where would you
at
even
early
get that
hours of the
idea
morning
from?
to get one of the 450 available Big Into Energy blind boxes. Tons of people ignored the store's request to line up in a designated spot like they're fucking 4th graders, and a few people started running, and that created a domino effect that caused the rest of the crowd to chase behind them, worried they missed their chance to get a box themselves. Because you see one person running and you're like, you just kind of like involuntarily start moving. I'd probably run too. I'd also just like, I'd grab somebody by the back of their scalp, rip it out of their hands. I love how relevant Jingle All the Way, that one scene with him with the ball in the store, feels every time. Everything just harkens back to just Arnold Schwarzenegger and Sinbad. Thousands of people piled up around the store, and people began arguing with each other, and things started to get tense, with what seemed like thousands of people impatiently waiting for the store to open. And eventually, the unruliness was too much for the store to handle, and squads of police officers had to be sent out in order to restore order outside of Pop Mart for Chinese toys. Do you think the guy who made it, my boy, I think he's like sitting there with a glass of wine, just like enjoying the chaos? Yes, Labubu. Trying to bring order to this chaos wasn't working, and what started as a line turned into random pockets of people who were just wandering around, hoping they could still get in. And eventually, the manager had to come out. He is seen screaming at the hordes of people about how the event will be canceled if people cannot be orderly or refrain from assaulting other people.
If you touch each other, and if you run up here, we will have you removed, and we will not sell anything to you today.
Of course, nobody moves an inch after a speech, and in a close-up video, you can see a woman who apparently has only been with the company for a month being forced to deal with the anger of a giant mob. That's a rough ask on your first 4 weeks of being in a place, right? Go out there and quiet them down. What?
Do you think someone's gonna die at one of these things? Like someone's gonna pull out a gun?
I think someone's going to be trampled. We haven't seen one of those since like Black Friday, but I feel like we're due for a trampled death. You know what I mean? You don't even care. You don't give a fuck what you're stepping on. Like, your eyes are just fixated on Labubu.
Yeah, you're gonna trample the twinks.
Yeah, yeah. All those like hot twinks in there, all those fatties in the back, just being like, "You may look good, but we got the poundage on you." Eventually, the entire event was canceled, leaving some customers infuriated. Many blamed the store for being poorly organized, while they believed that it was a customer's fault for acting like rabid animals. It's obviously the customer's fault. I think I was just like, you guys should have better organized this. It's like, we did not expect a zombie invasion to flood the store, you know? Some frustrated Tiffany's made a post about how everyone should boycott Labubu for manipulating customers, which was met with people telling them that it was their fault for not following instructions. You may remember us talking about Pokemon scalpers recently, and in that video, we discussed the chaos surrounding the Pokemon vending machines that are causing a bunch of trouble as well. It turns out that Pop Mart has created their own—
We didn't watch that video. Maybe we will in the future. I don't know. But I can control it.
own vending machine called Robo Shops, and there are currently around 2,300 of them that are found across 30 countries. And just like Pokemon, people would alert other collectors about vending machine restocks, causing swarms of people to rush over to buy out their stock. Informed posters of the Labubu subreddit explained that these vending machines had to be locked outside of normal business hours to combat employees from buying all the product, as well as people who would sneak into malls for the same purpose. And like you'd expect, people became infuriated by scalpers and obsessive collectors emptying the machines despite the massive lines behind them. And soon, people began filming them and making posts to shame them, just like the Pokemon videos. It's just so beautiful how it all comes full circle. I mean, in one example, everyone waiting in the line was yelling at this woman and calling her inconsiderate, which she ignored happily, fully aware that she could make a ton of money selling them online, 100% off these StockX kind of things or eBay. Do you think they give a f? Like, I don't give a f. Also, any person who does that kind of shit, I think, has no soul. How many times have you like been in line for something and you're kind of like, oh, sorry, and you like kind of rush out of the way because you just feel like you're like, God, I feel like I'm taking forever. Seeing a whole line of people and then just knowing you're like, I'm buying this whole thing, and like that person has no soul.
Very inconsiderate, very rude.
Very inconsiderate, but just seriously, I'm like, you're like a demon. You're like not human, unless they just have Asperger's or something, and they're like, I didn't know they were mad, like yelling and throwing shit at you. I didn't know they were pissed. You know what I mean? At another RoboShop machine in Arizona, a customer was screamed at for generously giving one of their extra Labubus to a little girl in line behind her. They were convinced that she was a reseller trying to make a sale in person, which infuriated them. Which also, the person that's screaming makes me think that they're a reseller, being like, what the f?
My supply!
That's my supply! Give it, you little bitch! And grabbing a little girl, she's like, other people would post angry rants after seeing people advertise their reseller stories on Instagram. And it goes without saying that many of these people are straight up addicted to collecting Labubu products. While some just want to complete their own mini collection, others take it to a whole new level, and it becomes nothing short of a Labubu addiction. A man named Joe Haggis posted to TikTok explaining how Labubu's ruined his life. He reveals that he spends basically every night refreshing the website to buy more of them. He knows that it's unhealthy, but admits that he keeps doing it over and over again, even though he no longer gets any satisfaction from doing it. Gambling addiction at its finest.
That's how you know you're too far knowing addiction. If you're getting no satisfaction, no dopamine, and you're just doing it off the muscle memory, You're too far gone. You're too far gone. Oh my god. And over something like Labubus? Labubus? Bro, no, bro. That bitch was $180, bro. You don't need it.
I go to the casino. I hate even going in there, but I gotta do it. I just watched Making Mahoney, whatever. Have you heard of that movie? It's a Philip Seymour Hoffman movie where he's like addicted to gambling. And now I'm just picturing that movie, except with just like, instead of like tons of chips, it's just like piles of Labubus. And he's at a table like messing with his glasses. One man vents about how he is literally going broke because he buys Labubus every week. Others compare it to online gambling, pitching the idea of selling their handbags to make more money to spend on Labubu. The thing that you wanted to decorate is now being used as fodder to just buy the thing that was the decoration to go on the handbag.
I don't need this. I can just hang these from my pants.
I could just hang it from my ears and my nose. I could just hold them. Another woman has admitted that the sound of the plush shaking inside the box gives her a dopamine rush. And this woman, alongside with her husband, scrolls through the website for hours every night. She claims that Pop Mart has the two of them wrapped around their finger, but still ends the post announcing that she will show off the recent additions to her collection within a week or so. And of course, things can always get worse when it comes to popular collectibles, right? There's nowhere these people won't go to make an easy buck or to add to their vast collection. So we gotta talk about all of the Labubu related crimes that are happening right now. Because people have started hooking their Labubu products onto their handbags and other wearables. There has been a noticeable increase of Labubu theft. These are sneaking up behind people and snap.
La pickpockets. Bro, what did you expect? You have $180 hanging from the side of your purse, bro. Yeah, that shit was getting stolen, bro. Come on now.
Catching them. And one woman reveals that while at the mall, she could hear a couple plotting to steal hers off her belt loop, saying, quote, "I'm gonna cut that shit off." I love that idea. I love that idea of like hearing someone behind you. It's like me sitting there, that fat right in front of us, like holding on my Labubu, like looking at its face, looking up at me.
Do you think that these people are trying to steal it, or they're just annoyed with the craze, like they hate Labubus?
I think that people that are stealing it are trying to make money off of it. Or it is actually people that are addicted and they're just like, I'm not going to buy it, but I'm going to snatch it. I love them, but I like can't pay for them. I like steal them off people.
So
they're too expensive. It's like almost like a Robin Hood thing. It's just for the rich.
Do you think people carry around their $9,000 Labubus?
Yeah, dude. You know how many times I've gone out in public? Like, let's say like we're going out or we're like at an event in like LA. The amount of times I've seen like a 5'4", 86-pound girl wearing like a $25,000 Gucci bag. There's like 10-year-olds who could come up and like beat the hell out of you and steal. You know what I mean? Like you would think that you'd be like,
That's
I'm gonna lock
crazy.
it up, but I think people are just like peacocking. Yeah, you want to show it off. Yeah, you don't have this poor bitch is what they're saying, like that kind of thing. Sorry, bitches, that kind of thing. Even though realistically, I'm like, I feel like a guy could just run up, punch you in the face, and just grab the and run. But I don't know if that happens as much as we probably think it would. And that's the scared part of your brain.
According to Twitter, I see it all the time.
So on Twitter, everything, yeah, that's true, because, yeah, that actually makes sense, yeah. I mean, one woman who was working a 16-hour hospital shift put her lanyard down for only 2 minutes to go to the bathroom, and she returned to find
Wait,
her
she had
Labubu
them on her hospital? Her hospital. She had them on her hospital chain? Like her badge, bro? Like, I know, like, the hospital nurses, bro, they be having stuff on there. Also, I got a big-ass hole in my bonnet. What the hell? But, yeah, I know they got, like, the little... But, like, fuck, bro. $180? Come on, bro.
stolen from her lanyard. It was so bad that people started posting tips on what types of clips could be used to replace the cheap ones that come with the product, just to make it a little more safe.
So you don't get robbed?
It's in safe hands, I swear. Just recently, a man was caught on CCTV footage stealing a Labubu from a collectible store in Malaysia. The man put boxes into his pants, exiting the building to drop off the supply before coming back and repeating the process several times, quite a bit. Stealing from a store is one thing, but how about a full-on break-in? In California, a man had his car broken into after a thief saw Labubus displayed inside. Kind of like, you know, the same way that Pokemon's are on like a dashboard. Yeah, he has that, and he's like, oh my god. Just takes his fist and drives it through the window. They're mine.
His hand's bleeding, but he doesn't care.
Yeah. Have you seen that video of the guy where he punches his wife still? He's like, oh my god, Stacy, call the police! Ah, and he's like dying, and she's just like recording it. Blood's like everywhere. It's a lot of blood. The man was an avid collector of Labubu products and reported that 3 of his were stolen in the robbery. He pleads for people to never leave a Labubu in your car, please, as the products he lost were worth a combined $144. Not the worst.
I'd
Not
be
the
more
worst.
upset that they broke my windshield.
I can't believe $144 of Labubu and with his window shards of glass going in his eye.
Someone broke into my car that I left over at a gay bar, and he stole a $5 USB cord.
When I lived in the ghetto in college, this guy broke into my car, stole everything, USB cords, change, and the only thing he left were my 3 Creed CDs. That's what pissed me off the most, though, because I was like, motherfucker was making a statement, dude. I was like, fuck you, dude. That's why I feel like I became even closer to Creed then. I'm like, you know what? We don't need him. We got each other. It was me, all the shit in my car gone, should have been dead on a Sunday morning, banging my head. But the police did not do much to solve the situation.
Hey, bro, what's up,
confused
Yark?
over why his plush toys were important to him. The scale of these robberies go far beyond a simple smash and grab. And in fact, some people are straight up targeting entire shipments of products. A ton of brand new Pop Mart toys sat inside of a truck in the UK, waiting to be delivered for their official in-store release. Before that day could come, thieves broke into the vehicle in the early hours of the morning, and they stole over $200,000 worth of product. One of the people that broke in they're still on the loose. They don't know where they're at. And while some risk their lives to steal piles of Labubus, others make their money scamming people from the comfort of their own home. In Cambodia, a couple created a fake pre-order page for Labubu products on Facebook. They were successfully able to convince tons of people into paying to pre-order their non-existent stock of Labubu, only to be left with nothing in return. And by doing this, they were able to scam people out of a collective $60,000 from a Cambodia fake Facebook page. It's just so crazy. Which they were eventually caught, and police reported that their home was covered in luxury items like watches and expensive clothing. They were
Do you want to listen to music? Not today, not today. I gotta get some reactions done.
Come out
but I
of the Labubu
appreciate
scene.
you.
Got so caught up in the Labubu craze that he started being targeted by loan sharks. In Malaysia, a 23-year-old man named Chin wanted to purchase tons of expensive Labubu products in order to resell on the secondary market. As the market prices changed, he ended up losing around $23,000. He panicked, realized that they didn't have enough money to stay afloat. He decided to get help from loan sharks to make some of his money back, fearing what his parents would say if he asked them for help instead. That's some real Malaysian shit right there, isn't it? I don't even want to ask my dad. I'll just ask the guy who's gonna break my knees if I don't pay him back. But because of this, he eventually sat on around $7,000 worth of loans that he was unable to pay back. And by the time he finally confessed to his parents and asked for help, the loans had reached over a whopping $11,000. He didn't just reach out to one loan shark, however. He went to 12.
This is like a children's TV show
right there, isn't it? I don't even want to ask my dad. I'll just ask the guy who's gonna break my knees if I don't pay him back. But because of this, he eventually sat on around $7,000 worth of loans that he was unable to pay back. And by the time he finally confessed to his parents and asked for help, the loans had reached over a whopping
$11,000. It's crazy. Is this like a TV show? It's like Labubu Christmas. Look, rock with this. I'm starting to understand English a little bit at a time. For the people that don't know, over on YouTube, Yarek is he speaks Russian. He is not from America. He does not speak much English. So this is actually big. I'm happy for you. I'm happy for you, Yarek. I usually type in chat so he knows what I'm saying, but I'm happy for you, Yarek. I hope your English comes a very long way.
He didn't just reach out to one loan shark, however. He went to 12 different loan sharks, and 2 of them angrily requested a much higher return after the hassle he had put them through. And while the parents paid off 10 of the loan sharks, it was the final 2 that started making his life hell. They started posting embarrassing photos of him around his family home and even threatened to splash him with red paint, which is a common intimidation tactic and used by loan sharks in Malaysia, meant to shame them into the eyes of their peers and family into paying debts. The authorities eventually got involved and are looking into the case. Listen, every day it seems the world of collectibles is becoming more and more degenerate. It's a shame that people can't just enjoy a charming little plushie without running the risk of being assaulted or having their property broken into. And if you're in the need of a quick buck, maybe try doing something that isn't just being a public nuisance to people just trying to enjoy collecting a little fun thing and having to rescalp everybody's personal hobbies, okay? And if you're going to any late night drops in the near future, be safe out there, because I still feel like this is something that's going to keep growing, and it's going to keep getting a little tricky, a little odd.
That's what I'm saying, dude. Bring a piece.
You gotta bring a gun. I also like how almost every story we read where it was just men. I like how men are just like collectively like, I don't give a what collectible it is, I'm going to scalp it. All the girlies and stuff are like, oh my god, it's so cute, and then guys are just like, I have got to get my fix. Listen, there's probably female scalp. I'm not saying there's not female scalpers out there, but that's still just a...
Yeah, one of the photos was a female.
I'll definitely love how a guy probably like a Chicago Bulls jersey shows up and just like collects all of them.
Chicago Bulls jersey is crazy.
Thank you so much, everyone, for watching this video, and we will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.
Shout out Papa Meat. We already watched this Tradwise one, but shout out Papa Meat, bro. closing thoughts. How do I feel about Labubus? I feel like they are going to run their course. We are gonna have a brand new thing, and no one's gonna remember these until like 3 years from now, when people are gonna be like, oh my god, you guys remember how crazy people were going for Labubus? Don't, like, unless you actually like it, don't spend your money on this shit. If you're just spending it for the fad, bro, please don't, bro. Fads come and go, bro. That's why they're called fads and not fame. But anyway, for the people over on YouTube, unfortunately our time has come to an end. I appreciate you watching this video with me. Twitch.tv/Brando or whatever you want to see the reactions live and in real time, and I'll see you guys later.
Keep it low, keep it low. I heard you wanna take a shot, yeah, let's get it in. Took a sip of Henny, so I had to bring out F&N. You told me they really wasn't fucking with a Rassy, so I just had to bring out the fault, nigga, Ponchi.